Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Shooting the Shit, or Battlefield 3 Shooting the Shit. And, the other day, I was watching, Saving Private Ryan. And I feel like I'm talking about World War II a lot now. Because last time I was talking about watching, The Pacific, Band of Brothers, all that stuff. But I was watching Saving Private Ryan. And, I was watching it because it was on the movie channels, which I never see it on TV. Like, I never see Saving Private Ryan on TV, except, you know, when TNT or USA or one of those like channels that show NCIS and Law and Order and stuff like that. When one of those channels, like, you know, show it on a Saturday night, whatever. I just never see it on TV, so I was watching it, and there was one part that really made me think. And that part was when he was talking to his buddy in church, and they were talking about that kid that was in their school. His name was Vecchium or whatever. He used to P a V on people's jackets or something like that. Not that part, you know. I'm not sitting here thinking, wow, man, why didn't I P an I on everybody's jacket in school? I wasn't sitting there thinking that. But after that, he comes out of like nowhere and says, you know how many people I've lost under my command? And he says 94. And then he talks about, you know, that means that maybe I've saved the lives of 100 or maybe even 1,000 soldiers. And that's something that made me think, like, it must be really difficult to have been some type of officer in charge during World War II, especially during something like D-Day and the invasion of Normandy in general, or Battle of the Bulge, or, you know, the real big fights where a lot of troops died. And on the Pacific side, Okinawa, Iwo Jima, it must have really been tough to be an officer in charge, because you lose guys, right? And it feels like it's your fault because you were in charge. I remember I was watching a documentary on the Battle of Marja. I think that's the way you pronounce it. It's a modern battle in Afghanistan, where this captain, he gets word that his men is under fire in Afghanistan, in a valley or something, and he orders them to do something, and I forgot what it was exactly, but one of the guys tried to do it, and he ended up getting shot in the back and killed. And this was like kind of like that Restrepo type stuff, where you have a reporter, or not a reporter, but a cameraman embedded with the troops, and they just show you, like, you know, the raw footage of what's going down. And I remember when they were interviewing him on the side, he said how he felt bad, real bad, because of the fact that that guy died doing something that he exactly told him to do. You know, like, it wasn't something like, you know, for example, during the D-Day invasion, when the guys are getting off the boats and the officer in charge loses like 10 men because of the German bunkers just spraying rounds after rounds into the boat. You know, he's gonna feel bad after that, but he didn't directly tell them to get off the boat. I mean, that was what everybody was supposed to do. That was what was supposed to be done. You know, if somebody got, if with the Battle of Marja thing, if one of his men got killed, you know, just walking to the objective, then he wouldn't really feel the way he felt at that point, because he didn't directly say walk to this objective. You know, that was just something that was generally done. But, you know, the commander, the CO, told the guy while under fire to do this, and that doesn't make him a bad CO. You know, that doesn't make him a bad officer. Sometimes you have to make tough decisions, and you have to make decisions that will eventually end up getting somebody killed. And I just, you know, you gotta feel for these guys who were in charge during World War II, because there was no way of getting around losing somebody. You know, there was just no way. I wouldn't even imagine Omaha Beach on D-Day without a single person dying, with everything that happened. I mean, the guys had the MG-42s just zeroed in on the boats, and it's like as soon as the ramps opened up, there was really nothing, you know, there wasn't really a huge difficulty in taking out all those guys on the boats, because of the fact that they're all huddled together. The ramps are opening. You have an MG42 with a good range on it and a good amount of fire, a good rate of fire, and you could just hose round after round towards those boats. So it's just, it had to be really tough, because my sister lost one of her friends recently, back in October. I made a video about it. If you guys want to go look it up, it's called Shot Over Manners. And she lost that friend, right? And she still blames herself for it. And no matter what I tell her, no matter what anybody says to her, she's gonna blame herself for it. So I kind of think of that in the same essence as the guys who were in charge during World War II, the CEOs during World War II. Like, no matter what you tell them, they're gonna feel like it was their fault, when in fact it wasn't their fault. You know, it was just something that had to be done, and it couldn't have been done without the loss of life. And that's just something that really made me think, like, how would it feel to just be sitting there after World War II? You survived, and men died, and you feel like it was your fault. That would be a terrible feeling. One of the most terrible feelings you could probably ever feel in life. And I hope I don't ever have to feel that feeling, and I hope none of you guys out there ever have to feel that feeling as well. But I know that there will always be people that'll feel that feeling, whether it will be a CO in war, or somebody like my sister who loses a friend and feels like it was their fault. It's just something that made me think, and it's just something that I felt I should talk about, you know. But if one of you guys out there ever feel like that, just really think it through and realize that it's not your fault, and don't do anything stupid, because there's a lot of people out there that'll end up, you know, choosing suicide and doing crazy stuff like that because they feel that they're at fault for the loss of life. These days, you know, I don't want to say easier, but it's easier on that aspect when being a CEO in Afghanistan or Iraq, because you don't have guys going out there and just, you know, you don't have like this beach with Germans defending it. The amount of loss of life has really cut down in terms of war. You know, with World War II, 60 million dead, Vietnam, millions dead, you know, World War I, millions dead, Korean War, hundreds of thousands dead. You don't really have that type of scale anymore in terms of war, although loss of life, you know, is always present. But I don't know, I just wanted to talk about that. I just felt it was something that I wanted to talk about, and I hope you guys enjoyed a more serious topic today. Last time it was a bit serious as well. I'll try to find some funny topics or something like that, lighten the mood for the next one. I don't want to, you know, depress you guys into hell, because I know life for some of you guys out there could definitely be already depressing, so I don't want to depress you any further. Let me know what you guys thought about this topic. You know, let me know in the comment section below. I'm really interested to see. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to click that like button, favorite this video, subscribe to my channel, and until next time, guys, peace.